My name is Teresa Parr, and thank you for joining me today for How We Met, a podcast where I will speak with couples about how they met and their lives since then. There are many crazy first date stories. Few people meet in a picture-perfect way. Dating and marriage used to be mostly chosen through parental arrangements, whereas lately, people just get drunk and hit on the most attractive person they can find. Some dates end in a flop. Some end in marriage. Some of the strangest meeting stories produce the most successful relationships. You may see an extremely attractive person and think, how can I make this relationship work? There is no surefire way to know. But according to the author of The Wicked Son, Dr. Frederick Newman's article, The Ideal First Date on PsychologyToday.com, the way it's easy to tell if a first date was successful is if the couple spends at least half the night just talking. Although dating has changed a lot since we've begun relying on the internet and apps to find the one, the couple I will be interviewing today met the old-fashioned way, a blind date. And this couple just so happens to be my parents.
How did you first meet?
A friend of mine set us up for a blind date at a
mutual friend.
A mutual friend. I knew her because she was in my sorority. He knew her because she was a business minor, the same as he was, and they had classes together.
We went out on a blind date to your mom's sorority. It was with another fraternity. They had a barn dance. And we went out that night for the first night. She had never seen me. I had never seen her. But we had some mutual friends that knew each other.
It was Halloween, and Roberta borrowed Michael's football uniform from Holmes for her Halloween costume. Because we always did a Halloween party for a daycare for underprivileged children in Waterloo. And then when I got there to give her the uniform, she told me she got me a date for the barn dance.
Why did she think you two would be a good couple?
She told him I had a great personality.
That's just code for she thinks you're ugly.
No, that's what. Then I looked at her and gave her a look, gave Roberta a look, and she said, no, she's really pretty too. And I said later I knew that she was right, and I still think your mom's beautiful.
It's getting deep in here. Move on.
Was it love at first sight?
No.
Definitely not.
It was a blind date. We didn't know each other that well.
We did not fall in love instantly, but we had a good enough time that we went out again. And love grew.
I thought you didn't like him at first.
She was desperate.
How long did it take you to go on another date?
A week. We went on a week, and then we didn't go out again for a third time until we met on the 1st of November, 1975. We went on a date the next week, and then we didn't go on another date till Christmas. And I remembered your mom telling me that she was with her sorority sisters and that you and I, that they all left and she didn't have anything to do. And one of my best friends was looking for a double date over the Christmas holidays, and he had heard me talk about her and suggested that I ask her out again so that we could go out on a date. And that's when we went out again.
I didn't know that part of the story.
Did you ever think you'd get married?
At what point?
At around that point.
No.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
It was too early.
It wasn't that I thought I will never marry this man. I just never thought that far ahead.
Right. Same here.
How long have you been together?
We have been married for 37 years.
How long did you date before that?
2.5
From
years.
November 1st, 1975 till May 12th, 1978. Do the math, dear.
When did you get engaged?
New Year's Well, no.
We're not counting that time.
I got asked on New Year's Eve.
She didn't accept till March or April. And we probably officially got engaged in May of 1977.
How is your relationship going now?
Like an old married couple.
It has some strife at times due to
Children.
that could be said, yes.
I missed that.
He said children,
Yeah, that's a lot of it.
but not me because I'm flawless.
We know each other way too well. We know how to get each other at each other's nerves, and we also know how to make amends. So it just happens.
Final question. What obstacles have you faced as a couple?
Oh boy, children.
Children getting in trouble.
I never get in trouble.
Right.
Not today, anyway.
Not yet today.
Financial constraints and having circumstances come up that we didn't anticipate, and learning how to handle them properly and how we work on it together.
I would say one thing your dad and I tend to do well is work together.
We don't always agree, but we compromise.
All right. Thank you for your time, parental unit.
And thank you,
You're
Teresa.
welcome, daughter. Thank
Hey,
you,
Parr.
Ms. Parr, for wanting to interview us.
No problem.
Found you, baby, let's make a few babies and sing in harmony.
So, from a blind date while my dad was also dating 2 other girls, through a drunken proposal and 5 children, my parents have overcome many things. Don't get me wrong, they still argue a lot, but they love each other. Even the loves that begin with an intense passion fizzle, but learning about your significant other and compromising will always be the best way to maintain a relationship. The well-known magazine, Women's Health Magazine, featured an article last summer titled How to Protect Your Relationship and Make It Last by Faye Brennan. This article mostly reminds its readers to focus more on the positives of a relationship than the negatives, which is very important. Sometimes people don't realize the toxicity they're allowing into their relationships. So remember to never overlook the person that's made a weird first impression on you, because you never know who will be the one, and maybe someday you'll be telling people how we met. Every strong relationship works to grow together. That's why so many don't make it, because they allow their love to grow stagnant. Relationships can start in any way, but they can only grow through positivity, compromise, and last, but certainly not least, love.